What's up? Welcome everybody to the Nostalgia Test podcast. This is a little bit of a special episode, and it's kind of a addition to the Super Mario 64 episode I did with Will a few months ago now, I guess. And remember, I really wanted to compare it to Mario Odyssey since Super Mario 64 was my favorite game of all time. Until kind of lately, I've had to really pick that apart. So, Will actually finally got around to playing Mario Odyssey, and he somehow also beat Super Mario Sunshine within a matter of days. So, I thought with Mario's 35th anniversary, it would just be kind of fun to just discuss everything Mario, especially the 3D games, especially Odyssey, and do a little tier list at the end and just have some fun. Um, yeah, Will's my guest again this week, so it's awesome to welcome him back to the podcast. And check out the playlist in the description. You can listen to the podcast absolutely anywhere. But yeah, just sit back, relax, and have fun listening to our fun and analytical, slightly heated, and jovial conversation. You were saying, like, I was shocked when I was like, I'm about ready, and you sent me a picture of the Sunshine credits. And
Yeah, I just
I,
peeped a little bit ago.
so, like, it came out a few days ago, and that's not a short. I mean, I guess it is a short game. Like, I beat Odyssey in like 10 hours, and then not beat Odyssey, saw the credits, you know what I mean? Which,
Man, you got to it quicker than I did, I think. Wow.
or maybe 15. No, I think like I remember Super Mario Galaxy 2 was shorter. That was like 6 to 8 hours. I remember
Yeah,
because that was like when that game came out. I remember I was like just old enough to be a little bit more cynical. I was maybe starting to watch a little too much Jimquisition around that time of my life.
yeah,
And when I finished it, I was like, I was upset. I was like, this game was too easy, and I just had a sour taste in my mouth for how short it lasted. Especially it's my own money when I was that young. I had allowance, or like maybe I made some money with pizza at that point, pizza
yeah,
shop.
yeah. And that was the first one that I was like conscious of coming out to and like had the
Yeah,
hype. Like,
true.
like Sunshine came out Sunshine came out and like I was like playing games and stuff, but I like at that point I was too young to like care.
Yeah,
But like I was getting by before Galaxy, I was getting my Nintendo Powers. I was looking
yeah,
online at news sites. Like I was getting ready
yeah.
for it, and I definitely got it. I forget if I got Galaxy 2 or Galaxy 1 for Christmas or if I bought it. I think I bought it because I couldn't
Mm.
wait. Like I was like,
Oh my gosh, I never did that until like I think college. Like that's hilarious. I always like envied like my friends who could like get Smash Brothers or Pokemon in like November.
yeah, yeah. I mean, early on, so like growing up, if I want when I wanted, gosh, which were the ones I was trying to like save up for, like Galaxy 1, or a few others that I was saving up for. Mario and Luigi 2, I
Mm-hmm.
was like super hyped for it. Like everything that came out around that era, I was just like anticipating so much. And at that age, my how did I get them? So I either had to like save up like Christmas money, birthday money, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or I had to beg my grandmother. So my
Yeah.
grandmother lived not far away, and I would literally like I would be like, can I like do some chores for you? Can I do whatever?
Oh.
And I would like do all these things, and then she would give me money, and that's how I would save up money
Oh my gosh.
for those.
That's beautiful. So wait, you like Mario Galaxy was your first anticipated big Mario game or
I think
two?
for Mario, yes. There were
Mm-hmm.
other games I was like anticipating before, like that I was like getting hyped for before then.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of Mario, because that was like at that point I had, I beat 64, I beat Sunshine, and then
Yeah.
this was like the next big one. So I was just like so hyped for it. And at the time, I don't want to say it was like my first letdown because I loved it, but like it was definitely like my first experience of like, oh, this is not quite where I want it to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've had a lot of conversations about Nintendo in the last since the Wii U probably, to be
Oh yeah.
honest. And not to get super Nintendo political, but I am kind of wondering just are you at least happier with like this new Mario 35th year and the 3D classics and playing Odyssey or
I'm happy with it because the content is so good. Like I can't say I'm
Mhm.
disappointed anyway. And like replaying Sunshine because it's probably that's probably been the longest one since replaying. Because we
Mhm.
did 64 more recently.
Right.
And then of course Galaxy, like I had a Wii for longer after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that like I do not feel like gypped in any way. Like I paid $60 for it, downloaded it,
Yeah.
and I don't feel gypped in any way because like I said, the content, the like I mean that's their bread and butter is they make
Yeah.
good games. And these were some good games that they made.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't help feel a little bit sad that they could have done a bit more. But
Mm-hmm.
I will say Galaxy in 60 frames per second is like it's like have you started Galaxy in the collection yet?
I did 1 star of 64 and Sunshine, and Galaxy I replayed the most recently, and
Yeah.
Galaxy 2. Not, sorry, I guess 64. So I'm probably not going to play 64 for like a few years because I
Mhm.
just did like 80 stars like a few months, like
Oh
literally
yeah.
like 2 months ago. And I played it and it was like, it felt a little bit tighter on the controls, which was nice because I know the Wii U version I was playing had a little bit of input lag.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if that's the correct term, but I noticed that when I was playing and I didn't have the words for it, so I'm glad that the review pointed it out, and I was like, oh, that's good to
Yeah.
know. And it was funny, the textures look kind of better on Mario's hat. Um,
Yeah, so I think what
but
they did, well, of course, like in each game, they upped the resolution.
mm-hmm,
And that what's it called? Uh but that's just like stretching it, like they didn't
mm-hmm,
retexture the game, which is why I say
yeah,
I wish they had done more because
yeah,
that's when
totally.
like, man, what if they had just like upped the textures a bit? But what they did do in 64 and I think in Sunshine too is what I didn't realize in 64 was how many elements of it are 2D,
Mm-hmm,
like all the UI and certain
yeah,
like objects within the world, like what are they the pokies, the tall. Why am I blanking on
yeah,
the name of those?
Pokies, yeah.
Yeah, those. I did get the name right. I didn't realize how many elements were composed of 2D
Hmm.
objects and not 3D models in
Mm-hmm.
64, and apparently those are all now HD. So it the top of his hat might actually be a 2D image, so they would have upped
That
that.
makes sense.
Yeah,
But yeah, the only political Nintendo thing I'll say is if there hadn't been leaks since what was it like March of this
forever.
being a thing, I feel like if they had just 2 weeks ago been like, hey, in 2 weeks, literally in like what was it like maybe it was 3 weeks, but in a few weeks you can literally just play all these old Mario games. They look a little better. Happy Mario 35th, and I feel like everybody would have been so happy. But like yeah, having that fantasy in your head of like imagining 64, especially with like the computer mods people have recreated and stuff,
Yeah,
I think, and you could nitty gritty pick. Like I was playing Sunshine, and I was like, why can't I change the camera? Um, that annoyed me so much, and I'm
yeah.
wondering if that's because I remember playing Sunshine that way, or if it's because other games use that control stick. Like in Odyssey, the control stick
No,
is
it's
flipped.
other games. That's how Sunshine was originally.
Okay, like I can nitpick those kinds of things, or like the MP3 player is like a little outdated, or like just put it
Yeah.
on Spotify. But like, it's better than not having these games updated and on Switch.
I think that like it's in this format like that they cost $60. There's not really anything done to them, and it
Hmm.
is like a lot of the content for this fall. I do feel significantly better. Remember, I think we had a lot of conversations like on Discord like a few weeks ago. How I was like, man, they've got like nothing. This is
Hmm.
terrible. But now that we have this and Hyrule Warriors and we have Monster Hunter to look forward
And
to, which
Pikmin. What do you mean? It's like.
Pikmin exists. Pikmin exists and it's a good game, but it's not like
Honestly,
hype.
watch the Pikmin shorts if you've never watched them. I found them on YouTube,
No, I
and
haven't.
that probably made me happier than like. Well, I liked Pikmin 3, but like again, it was like I was old enough to be let down by video games comparing
Yeah,
it to Pikmin 1 and 2.
yeah.
Also, side note, I would love Pikmin 1 and 2 totally like HD. That would be perfect because
Oh
I
yeah,
recently tried to play Pikmin 1. Yeah, it is kind of,
yeah, yeah. Oh, but yeah, we have those, and yeah, Monster Hunter is not done by Nintendo, but like whenever a Monster Hunter comes out on a Nintendo
yeah.
platform, there's always a lot of
Mm,
collaboration and
mm,
mutual benefit there. So I think there's enough now to like say like, oh, now there's no disappointment or
yeah,
anything to be sad about.
yeah.
And they did well financially. I just meant in terms of like I was sad in terms of the type of content, like.
Well, yeah, I was more just curious, like more emotionally for you, just like playing Odyssey and Sunshine. Like, well, yeah, how was Sunshine? Because I literally played one Shine Sprite, or maybe it was two,
Yo, that was literally
but
how I transitioned to was I went from the last Friday, I beat the Darker Side of the Moon,
Mm-hmm.
and then downloaded and booted up
Oh
the
my
3D
gosh.
collection. And the Sunshine was the first one I played because it's been the longest since I played it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was when I finished this might make you, and we can extrapolate on this and discuss this. When when I finished Odyssey, I was like, and finished Odyssey. Like I
Mm-hmm.
got to a point where I was okay putting it down for a little
Yeah,
bit of time.
yeah, yeah.
And I was like, dang, that was a great game. And I go into Sunshine, and then I was like, now this is a great game.
Hmm.
And like that's why
Hmm.
that's why Drew's about to get really mad.
No, I'm just very curious.
And that's why I want them to be updated. Because here's what I'm envisioning, okay? I want all the levels of 64 and Sunshine,
Mm-hmm. In
like the
Odyssey's
same
engine.
design, in the Odyssey engine.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
now I know some of those wouldn't
Yeah.
work because Sunshine would actually be like there's so many things that like replaying Sunshine. I don't know if it was like triggering something from my childhood, like my childhood trauma, or if it actually is this annoying and glitchy a game. But there were so many times I almost threw my controller,
Oh
and
my
now on the
god.
Switch, I literally was playing in bed and almost like chucked my whole Switch because I was so mad at Sunshine.
Dude, you've played like Donkey Kong recently too, right? Because like I tried that and I was just like,
Yeah.
I literally jumped a few times and I was like, nope, like this does not feel good.
Yeah, some of these old games, I mean, even 64, which I still love so much, doesn't control the best.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's the main reason that, and when we replayed 64, and especially like just going through it again and trying to compare it to my memories, because it's
mhm.
always been heralded for me as like, and also I've had this thought today. I was like, why do I care so much about comparing music or comparing things to how they were? And it's kind
Mm.
of an existential threat to like what I'm trying to do in my creative avenues as of late.
Mm.
But especially with this Mario conversation, like why can't we just all enjoy what we enjoy, play what we want to play, and not like have to like have tier lists for everything? And it's fun
I
and it's yeah.
I like kind of I agree and I like disagree with that. So I agree with that in the sense of today I was talking to like some of my kendama friends, and I like posted a list of like how I like weighed all of them, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this one's not balanced, this one's not balanced. And I'm like, but if I had just like ignored comparing these and just like enjoyed
Yeah.
the toy, like I would have had so much more fun. And that's how I
Mm-hmm.
agree with like the like this too. But also conversely, I think like, and this is I wondered this once, like I was like, why do I enjoy reviews so much? Like why do I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy
Yeah.
analytical videos and written reviews and stuff? And
Yeah.
it's like, because I think it's a cool exercise that enhances our experience if we can like
Mm-hmm.
think, if we like something and we can think about why we like something. So I think
Yeah.
there's merit to both approaches.
Totally. And yeah, that's a very good way to look at it. Um, with saying that, yeah, so 64 for like, I mean, I played it so late. Like, you grew up with it more than I did.
Yeah,
And you had
but you
like
still got
earlier
into it like
experiences.
teenage years, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, I played it when I was 12. I replayed it when I was like 14 on the DS. And since then, it was my favorite game of all time.
Yeah,
And I always, like, you mentioned the like Mario and Luigi games. And like, I've been playing Paper Mario a lot recently, the new one. And it like I've had to introduce like Caroline into Mario because that's like the face of Nintendo and it's like he's big this year.
yeah,
And I got Becca to play Odyssey, my sister, and she's
yeah.
never ever played like a single player Mario game. She's always been like Toad or Luigi in the 4 player ones.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to see her play through that. And she beat it, which was crazy. She didn't
Yeah.
like she got to the credits. And yeah,
That's
but
still a lot
like
of content though.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but like it's hard to explain why Mario is like so dear to me, even though like I don't like I don't have many Mario shirts. Like I like this hat because it's like super simple,
Yeah.
but like I don't like Mario as a person or as a character, or there's no deep level of Mario anything. Like I like Xenoblade's one of my new favorite games of all time because it's like the most story driven like character based story game. But I think the universe of Mario kind of is more open and like with the Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario, he's more of like a slate, I guess, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the experiences that we have in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like as I was like running around 64 and running around Sunshine, I was like, man, I remember when, and I do this way less now, And this is why I think I'm still going to compare Odyssey to these,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's why, like, if Odyssey had been out when I was that age,
Yeah.
it might have been like it would probably be like higher in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think as I run through like 64 and such, I'm like, man, I remember the time I tried to like jump up this platform or run to this wall where there was nothing just to see if like I could do something
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah, and there were a few points when I was getting kind of stuck in Sunshine replaying it this in the 3D collection when I was like, now that I'm older, I was able to figure it. I was like getting stuck on it, but eventually I would
Mm-hmm.
figure it out. And I was like, dang, why didn't I just? I remember being super stuck on it when I was a kid. Why didn't I
Mm-hmm.
just look it up before? And I was like, wait, at the time that I played 64 in Sunshine, literally YouTube did not exist.
Yeah.
So at the time, what I used to do if I got stuck in a game, so there were two options. One was gamefaqs.com, which was literally a text-based guide to games. I just had to
Right.
read the text. Or I would go to Books a Million and go to the section where they had the game guides. I would open it, go to the section because I didn't have a lot of money. I would go to the
Yeah. No.
section where I was, find it out, close it, put it back,
Oh
and
my
leave.
gosh. Yeah, that's amazing. For me, I mean, like a lot of kids, I would just replay the first part of that game.
I did that a lot too, yeah. Like the first worlds I knew so well because
Yeah.
often I would just restart and I would get frustrated, stop, start a new save, like go on from there.
Yeah, just to preface, because we're talking about Nintendo a lot, my first three most vivid gaming experiences that were like I had the Game Boy Advance. No, I think I had the SP. I think I was a scrub.
Yo,
That's
the
not a scrub.
SP, you're not a scrub. The SP is objectively a lot better. It was just the
No, I
one.
know. I just want to be like authentic, but like who cares? Like I'm young.
Yeah.
But my first three, like that I was the most fan of, was Donkey Kong Country, and these were the remakes on Game Boy. Sonic Advance, which were like semi remakes, but not really, and
Sonic Advance was new, but also kind
all
of.
the Kirby games, which were like mostly new games. Some of them were remakes of like older Kirby games.
Yeah.
But I never played Mario until I
That's
think
so
Galaxy.
interesting because Mario, chronologically in the history of games, came before all of those.
I know, and I could have easily played Mario Advance. I played Mario Advance on my friend's Game Boy, just like at a farm.
Yeah.
But I remember that very vividly, and I remember it was Super Mario World like on the Advance thing.
Dang. Because
And I
I
wish,
didn't own. Hmm?
I wish, because like I love Mario World, and like I wish I grew up with that. But
Yeah, I didn't own an NES or an SNES. So
mhm.
that was actually how I played those was on the GBA. Was the first time I played them.
I played the GBA games on my 3DS because I bought a 3DS as an early ambassador. So I'm so
That's
cool.
true. That's so actually like talking about how the 3D collection is um what's it called? The 3D collection is like like a limited time exclusive.
Yeah,
Why did they do that on the 3DS too with those games? There were some of those
yeah,
virtual console games, some of them you could buy later, but there were some that like you could only get if you were an ambassador.
yeah. I
Why do they do
Nintendo
that?
Nintendo like so. Whenever there's like a weird thing that like to bring Jimquisition into this again, if there's ever a Jimquisition Nintendo video, usually like 70% of Nintendo internet people are like on the same page. So
Yeah.
then why don't they at least have like one or two of those kinds of people working at Nintendo to be like checking them like, hey man, like it's like a wife like to the like pastor, like, hey, don't put that into the like you might not want to say that in front of like 400 people. You know what I mean? Like you sometimes need a second opinion.
Yeah, I guess they're just too Eastern, just like they're just
Yeah.
so culturally. Because I agree with you. I'm like, wait, most people are on the same page. Like,
Hmm.
wouldn't it be cool? Like, here's the thing. I don't think anybody, lots of people love the Mario 3D All Stars collection, but
Hmm.
probably nobody would complain if they updated the graphics, right? Like, nobody's gonna be
Right,
like.
right.
Some people might be like, oh, it's less nostalgic,
Or
but
changing
probably
controls, you know,
or
like
fixing the controls. Probably nobody
yeah.
would complain about that, right? So why didn't they do
Oh my gosh. Like yeah, I'm glad Miyamoto has like stepped down because he was a big reason that Sticker Star was so vanilla. And this new game, like do you remember in the trailer when there's like the ruins and like with that toad
Yeah,
person?
yeah.
That toad character is honestly like almost as unique as some of the Thousand Year Door characters.
Oh, that's good because that's
And
something
yeah.
I was worried about.
And even though there are a lot of vanilla toads and like the find the toads in the world thing,
You can't make those all unique.
A, that's really fun, but B, that like they have really good dialogue and some of them are different looking. And the locations and like the characters in those locations, like do you know the enemy what are they called? They're like Shy Guys, but they have like tube mouths.
Oh, I think they're called
Snifters.
sniffs.
Sniffs
Yes,
or snifters.
sniffs or snifters.
Yeah, like they're a big like race in one of the worlds, and like that to me is like almost as unique as a new character because like I can't think of when they've been in a Mario game really.
Mario 2.
Right, and I've never really played that one, so
Yo, you have to just for like the drug trip that Mario 2, also known as Mario USA, is.
I mean I've played it, but I've never gotten past level 2.
It's a really that's another really annoying Nintendo game from a long time ago.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so back to Sunshine because I really want to play Sunshine because I remember I got into it from Chucker Conroy who just started his Xenoblade 2 Let's Play, which I'm like
Nice.
already behind on, and I'm so excited because like he said it's like his most notes he's ever written for a Let's Play and it's his longest Let's Play and he's trying to like show it in a good light because I wish I had heard some of the things he learned before I had played it even now, even
Yeah.
though like yeah whatever. But he got me into Sunshine when he was a drastically different human. And as he did get me into Pikmin and all sorts of other games since then. But Pikmin and like Sunshine were the biggest games that like I love because of him.
Hmm.
That I didn't grow up with, but I played when I was like 12.
Yeah.
And yeah, like my biggest concern getting back into it is the like extra shines and like the blue coins and like there's already in the first level there was like this wall with the like X and I had to like rush over to the other wall and I was like I don't want to deal with this like in 64 I most of the levels I dealt with like the 100 coin missions even though I was like a little bit felt the same kind of thing so I
Yeah.
don't know how did you approach it.
Oh man. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna 100. I didn't 100% it before, and I don't think I'm
Hmm.
gonna 100% it this time. So here's the thing. Now I could. Like I
Hmm.
know that I'm physically capable. Back then, although I did 100% 64,
Hmm.
I believe. But Sunshine I did because there were some shines that I literally could not get.
Hmm.
Like as a child, I was just incapable of
Yeah.
accomplishing them. Um, and that's why I'm glad. So that's why I'm glad. Like you don't need to get all of them to get to the
Yeah.
final boss. You know, because some of those like some of those blue coin things, and how it asks you to save every time you get a blue
Yeah.
coin.
What does it think it's Odyssey or something?
Oh my god. Oh man. And it's like because like in Odyssey too, it would be like mostly automatic too and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's just like there's that's just like a relic of the era. Because back
Memory
then,
cards and
memory cards. Did you notice that when you started Sunshine, that when it's giving you the tutorial, they mute the audio when it says what button it should be because the buttons are different.
no, I didn't notice that. That's
So that's all they
hilarious.
did is rather than I mean they probably couldn't get the same voice actor for Flood, so they just mute the
Yeah.
audio where she would say something different.
Dude, just the like dun 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 that like intro music literally gives me like the craziest like euphoria that I did not expect. Like there are
Yeah.
few like that's almost like you know the dun 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 like that's great and all and actually that's cool to think about Paper Mario. That's like subtly into the fight intro scene like
No
music.
way.
So I love that melody of course, but I just think that even though I've only played it once and I didn't 100% either, but I did do like the full. I did like light 100 like I did every mission of every world, but
Yes.
I didn't do like the blue coins.
Those are.
And I didn't do like that weird pinball thing that everybody hates.
I did that. I beat it this time, and
Nice.
I don't think I beat it when I played as a kid. But oh my
Yeah,
gosh, that
yeah,
was
I definitely.
and that
Yeah.
shows so like contrasting like how they can make a game now. Like
Hmm.
there were so many things that were happening in Sunshine. Like okay, so the pinball level, not a terrible concept. Like that's kind of cute. You know, you're Mario in a pinball machine, and like
Yeah.
it's just the implementation of it, how you get caught on so many of the ledges, and like there's no
Hmm.
good way to control him through it and stuff. And it's
Hmm.
there were a lot of things like as I was playing Sunshine, and I think we're gonna rank them all later,
Hmm.
or at least discuss our opinions in a ranking of them.
Yeah.
But there were so many things in Sunshine where I was like, this wouldn't happen in Odyssey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Conversely, I still found myself having a little bit more fun with Sunshine because of some of I don't know if it was like the nostalgia or
Hmm.
the design. See that so that's where I kind of fell on it is because like man, I have memories of that pinball. I have memories
Hmm.
of fighting PD Piranha in that first
Yeah.
world. Like
Yeah.
is like I is like there are all these iconic moments, and that's just something I was. So that's the trade off in. And this,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say one's better than the other. It's kind of just your preference.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
64 and Sunshine, it's like there are these
Mm-hmm.
like set pieces and iconic moments, and you have to work up to getting a star or a shine. And
Yeah.
then oh gosh, what's it called? Odyssey, it's like we have a bunch of smaller challenges that you complete and you get a moon out of them. So it's like, do you want a bunch of content that's like packed in, or do you want it more drawn out?
Yeah. Yeah. And one thing I was, because it's hard for me. Like I did try and like figure out my ranking internally, but I haven't replayed Galaxy One and Sunshine in a while. But just in thinking of how I would rank Sunshine, I remember more, yeah, like the manta ray thing and the theme park
The
and
freaking
like I remember all those like beautiful levels. Like the casino was really fun, and
yeah,
that like what's the last world that's like the village, the Pianta
yeah,
village.
Pianta Village,
Yeah,
yeah,
that place is really
that
cute, and
was
like
fun.
the chain chomp thing. Even like the sandbird and the watermelon, like
They,
I felt freaking good because like Chugga had the worst experiences with those, and I felt good just like not dying to them. Like I
yeah,
was able to like live through them,
you're better than
even though they're like annoying and like crazy. But you know,
dude.
I remember those, and like with comparing it to like New Super Mario Brothers Wii or like 3D World. Like 3D World, do you remember the like boss with like the like china like platters on his head? Like I
Yeah,
don't really think that's like a memorable nostalgic thing compared to like the Sandbird or
yeah.
and like 3D World, like there's the Savannah level and like but most of the levels are just like acrobatic. Like they're just like obstacle courses that are like glorified. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's like what Mario started as, you know.
And if you think about 3D Land, 3D Land is even less that I like.
Mhm.
I like three. I think 3D World was a significant step up, and I really really like 3D World. But
Mhm.
I liked it because it was kind of a good plot. Like I think of like these big Mario, these main quote unquote
Mhm.
main Mario 3Ds as like grand adventures, including Odyssey
Yeah.
in that as well. They're like grand adventures, and then the 3D Land and 3D World are nice. They were a lot of fun,
Mhm.
but yeah, like you said, there's not like I don't think about man. I just really loved that one moment in 3D World because
Yeah.
it's not set up that way.
Yeah, it's like somebody was explaining like old Pokemon versus new Pokemon. And like, you know, Miltank is a perfect boss in Silver and Gold that everybody has a story with, especially as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like also they're talking about like hardcore Minecraft. Like, you know, ultra hardcore, we used to watch that. Like if you die and it's permanently over, it's almost like a reality show.
Yeah,
But, you know, there's those stories we create in video games that are way deeper than just like what this one designer developed. Oh, you need to find the green star for 3D World up here, and everybody solves it the same way. Versus like you know with like the chain chomp in 64, it's like one of the first things you're like greeted with. There's so many ways you could like interact with him, or you could even like not even realize he's there.
yeah.
It's just like the levels are a lot more open ended and to go to Odyssey, which like I can't believe we haven't talked about Odyssey because
Not that much
since
yet.
you told me you started playing it, I've like been dying to talk to you about it, and
Oh
especially
yeah.
you were like I beat it, and I was like talk to me, and then like a few days later you were already on the dark side. I'm a spoiled the dark side by the way, which I felt almost bad
So
about.
so you should well you did almost spoil it, but I should have known that point because that was at the point when I had enough moons to go to it,
Ah.
but I hadn't gone back to the Odyssey yet, so I didn't see
Mm-hmm.
it.
Also, I like came over to your place in college like
And you did
two
play it, but I didn't comprehend what
was
it
it 3
was.
years ago? I think it no 2 years
It
ago
was two
because
years ago
it was
because I
January.
was out of college, but you were. It was your senior year.
No, you were no, you were in college because it was 2018. Yeah,
Did you play it there?
yeah,
I
because
thought you played
it
it.
came out
So
in
that
November, and that was
that was
January.
like 3 or 4 years ago. Then. Phew.
Yeah, but I beat the like hardest, like the darker side, like on a whim because you were like really pumped about Odyssey and your roommate, and you didn't have a Switch,
That's
and you were
right.
like, hey, can you just like show us Odyssey? And I
I
think
didn't
I
even
like
remember
yeah, I
that.
think I let your roommate play the Metro City,
Yeah,
and then we were kind of aimless, and I was like, oh, I'll like just herp de like I like failed a few times on the darker
I
side.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I
gosh,
pulled it up and I just beat it all, just like randomly.
that's insane. because that was the point. So that's probably, talking about, like, I talk about these like moments
Mhm.
in games that are just like so, um like these iconic moments I have in like 64. Like I can like the slide in
Yeah.
64 and falling the ghost to the basement. Like
Yeah.
like having these moments in Odyssey. That like iconic moment is gonna be the darker side of the moon for me, because that's just like such a freaking gauntlet.
Mhm. And I'm so glad you didn't have it spoiled. Did you have the I'm sure you had the Mushroom Kingdom spoiled.
No.
What? How?
Wait. Well, I knew it existed because I found the painting to go to it.
But you didn't. How did like you just not like? I thought you liked YouTube.
I do like YouTube. I try and stay blind on things that I want to like
Wow,
consume. Yeah.
I'm impressed, and I'm also happy you wanted to consume this because I've been preaching this game since
Oh
2017.
yeah, it was more just a time
Yeah,
commitment thing. But yeah,
yeah.
I'm really glad that I did,
Oh my
because I'm
gosh.
like playing it. I was like, dang, I'd missed like three Mario's alive,
Oh, because
and
I
having a
played it. Yeah,
fresh one. Because I played
yeah,
64 somewhat recently, but like that was more like reliving it, and then Odyssey's like new content.
yeah. Because yeah, I like played that over Thanksgiving break in 2017, and I just like I played it all. Like I got to the Mushroom Kingdom right at the end of that break,
Yeah,
and I haven't played a video game that like intensely since Breath of the Wild before that, which was that year. but
yeah,
but since those two games, I haven't like Pokemon Shield or Sword. But
yeah.
since those three games, nothing else since then, I've been like that hooked on.
Yeah. And there were still iconic moments in Odyssey. Like, I don't want to make it seem like Odyssey doesn't have those, but other than the darker side of the moon, they were for like very different reasons for me. And I think
Hmm.
that's partly because of like age where I'm at now. It's
Hmm.
like I'm not gonna have the same childlike wonder as I was when I was a kid.
Hmm.
Um, I'm also better at it now, so less things are more of a struggle and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But there still were some iconic moments. Like I remember in the Wooded Kingdom when I fell down and there's the big dinosaur
Yeah.
walking around. I was like
Yeah.
freaking out. I was losing my mind. And I was trying to find out how to get out. So that's like always gonna stick out to me.
Hmm.
What are some other good moments that I really enjoyed? Hmm. I never got the cap dive star in Metro Kingdom, where you have to do the throw, jump to get the star or the moon.
Hmm.
I don't know
I
if you know
don't.
which one I'm talking
I
about.
mean, I've definitely gotten it, but I don't. So it's like I learned how to do the cap throw dive like after I beat the game, and that's when the game became like a second like a sixth sense for me. Like I like watched the speedrunning video that like is like a documentary about the speedruns of Odyssey and how every like update of the game would change it and the different competitors and stuff.
I wondered what a speedrun's
Yeah.
like it, because like you think about like 64 speedruns, that's all glitches.
Hmm.
But I imagine that Odyssey is more like airtight. Like there's going to be less
Yeah.
bugs and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
it's probably way harder, and there's probably
Yeah.
way more ways to speedrun it.
There are glitches in like so you know one of the moons in the Sand Kingdom where you have to like you go to this it's like a hidden passageway into the not the pyramid but like it's this like cave kind of into this like hidden moon. It's just in like a chamber with like gold around it, I guess.
Maybe, maybe
But
I didn't get this
basically
one.
there are ways you can like glitch through the walls, but they
Hmm.
do it very rarely. Like it'll be like this one speedrunner discovers it and then everybody of course incorporates it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But when I watched that, I like got reinvigorated to like get even better at the game, and like then after the credits roll, like completing the game and just like going through the kingdoms again. Like you were saying earlier about if 64 and Sunshine were in the Odyssey engine, like the Odyssey engine is just my favorite sandbox, or like just like playing a game, just like the act of moving a character and like enjoying myself in it, regardless of like the set pieces or what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Not that I could just go in and just like do whatever, but they have enough moons that that's why I love it so much, I guess.
They have more than enough moods.
Yeah.
um yeah, I mean, it's like, so one thing I could tell about it is like Mario does exactly what you tell him to do. And
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
where I find that it differs from,
Yeah.
like 64 and Sunshine, is
Hmm.
that in those I felt like I was fighting it a lot, because
Hmm.
Mario was often doing not what I wanted him to
Yeah.
do. Um Uh, even like I'm surprised they didn't patch these out when they this is like literally these are like straight ports into
Mm-hmm.
3D All Stars. Like there were so many like glitches that had that were not supposed to happen. I'm like, how do you not like patch those out? Like I literally clipped through like a platform at one point and fell out of the world when
Oh
I was
wow.
like standing on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Was that in
um,
like the acrobatic no flood courses?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Those are
those are
the
the
best.
worst. Oh god,
I
so
love them though. Like they feel, and
well,
Odyssey
they're
reminds me
challenging.
of those with all the like
Yeah,
pipe missions. I love those missions. I don't know if you've done all of them because like again, a lot of
I
it is like
did
post
every one
credits.
that I could find for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, they're wonderful, and even like some of the secret moons. I don't know if I got really friendly with that blue toad boy,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just like I loved the exploration a lot more. So again, comparisons are stupid and don't like we don't need to talk about this for super long. But I remember Scott the Woz made a darling video comparing Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, and I slightly gave Odyssey the edge in 2017, and it was more because I watched, I played through it and got, I didn't get the volleyball or jump rope moon that are stupidly
Yeah.
hard, and I didn't get the three racing snowman moons, the
Oh,
snow,
those are so hard. I got a couple
yeah.
of those, but I didn't get the last one for sure.
And then I didn't get. Have you seen that mission where you have to? It's like the invisible platform that's like 30 seconds on the metro. Like the it like, I think you have to
Probably
be
not.
a not an RV car, but you have to be like lightning fast, and
Oh,
you have
on
to
the
like do a lot of
motorcycle?
rolls on the motorcycle. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
do that one. But I did every other moon in the game, and that to me is like enough.
Yeah. You got
Yeah.
almost all of them.
But I
And you
played
didn't get
through
all
it.
the you
Yeah.
didn't get all the coin ones, right? You didn't buy them
Oh
off the
yeah, yeah,
shops.
yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't do that. I bought most of the costumes, but like I didn't want to like yeah.
Yeah.
And then I watched my roommate play through the whole game, and I watched my sister play through the whole game, which was crazy for her because like it was just seeing her stress and excitement and beating like Bowser was insanely cool.
It's probably like
Yeah.
a good like honestly, I'd rather like again, I think in the end when we're gonna talk about the ranks, I'm gonna put some others higher than it. But I think I would rather give somebody Odyssey than like 64 or Sunshine.
Yeah, and then even like Caroline has played through a good bit of Odyssey, so I don't know. That's it's not that I love it because of them, but when I watched them play it, every single person did it so differently, like so drastically differently, where I don't think many other platformers can really give you that experience.
Yeah. So you mentioned like Breath of the Wild or Odyssey, and I don't want to like monopolize too much of the time, but I do want to say my opinion on that because I think it will enhance the discussion of Odyssey.
Hmm.
Is of the two, I'm gonna say that Breath of the Wild is better, and here's my reason, and this is why it I'll this is why I'm saying it because it's gonna enhance the Odyssey discussion.
Yeah.
Is I think that Breath of the Wild is like an evolution of that series,
Hmm.
and I think that Odyssey is a perfection of the series.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I would give the slight edge to Breath of the Wild. But also, like, if we want to be fair, Mario already like revolutionized gaming with like 64. And I think
Hmm.
Ocarina of Time did in a sense too for
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
3D adventure games. But Zelda had room to grow into the
Yeah.
shoes of Breath of the Wild, and Mario, it's like, where do you kind of go in
Hmm.
this format? And I think they
Yeah.
really did it with like the controls and the movement and stuff like that. But that's why it's more like a perfection versus a complete reimagining of
Hmm.
everything.
Yeah, I my main thing I prefer better is the movement, the gameplay, because like I just don't love the combat in Breath of the Wild, and I don't love the Koroks and the extra things.
That's interesting. You don't like the
Like
Koroks, huh?
I think the initial like exploring and like the Guardians, all that is way more intense and way more impactful. But I don't know. I just think the moon thing and like just the funness of it. But I mean, it's literally like a 0.001 difference. Like I love them both so much. And I like replayed Breath of the Wild last year. I got it on Switch. I own it in two different consoles, and I wanted to do that partly for convenience, partly to get the DLC
Yeah.
because I didn't want to like play it on my Wii U. But I still need to beat the DLC. But with Mario Odyssey, I also love the worlds and the characters, and that's something that Mario's been lacking since I guess Galaxy, which hasn't been that long, but still long enough.
Yeah, yeah. They're also kind of hard to compare because they're too
Yeah, they're not. It's
like
not. Yeah,
if someone hated platformers, it's going to be obvious which one they're going to like more.
yeah.
And if someone didn't like not an RPG, but if somebody didn't like an action adventure game, then it's also
Mhm.
obvious which one they're going to
Yeah,
like more.
yeah. And like
Uh
I like the lore of Zelda and the story too, and I think like Breath of the Wild is weaker than like some of the other Zelda games in that way
Really?
too.
That's interesting that you think that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
for
think I'd
sure.
I think I'd kind of agree with you, but it seems like most of the people really like that about Breath of the Wild.
Hmm.
Especially so much that they're getting a third party to make a game that's
Yeah.
purpose is to expand upon it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's yeah, I mean, obviously it's great, but and I'm excited. Like Warriors, like hold up, that was like my number one Wii U
Oh
game was
wait,
Hyrule
you don't
Warriors.
delve into like fan art and stuff. Wait a second. That's why you don't like okay.
Oh no, I'm just saying like I love no like theories and like
No,
connecting
because
the different
I
games
would
and
agree
stuff.
with you that I think that there are other Zelda universe stories that are far better than Breath of the Wild.
Hmm.
But a lot of people really did love the Breath of the Wild stories, but it's because of a lot of like the side characters and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, like I don't love any of I really especially with the voice acting, like some of them are kind of annoying, like the Goron and the like Rivali and stuff, but I don't know, I just don't even remember all their names. Like I guess Urbosa, Rivali,
You got it.
I think that's it. I don't know. I don't know
Mifa?
any of the other. I missed yeah Mifa, but again like the Ocarina, the Zora and Ocarina I thought was a lot better, and she had a crush on Link too. I don't know, and you had to go inside a fish's belly, like you know. But anyway, um, man, this is another fun one.
Yeah.
But I will say like replaying it, it's amazing how much other stuff I missed in that game. Like there's more to that game than in Odyssey, which like I guess the main thing is like the moons being repetitive. People definitely harp on.
Yeah,
Again,
I
I just had fun pedaling the bike. That I didn't really care what I was doing that much, but
yeah, yeah. I would say like I mean, and definitely up to the end of like up until the post game, it's not that repetitive at all.
mm-hmm.
And even in like the post game, I like as I was going through all the worlds because I mean I ended up with like like a little bit over 500, like 520 or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Um, like even then, I still didn't. I was like, all right, another world.
A
we're gonna
dog.
find a bunny. We're gonna find a dog. We're gonna find two pipes that have two stars in the meat. We're
Yeah.
gonna find a music note. Like uh, like I didn't hate it. I wouldn't say it was like a detriment. It was just like less creative because like there's so many it would be hard for them to make them all original.
Yeah. Well, I think it has the edge, and I guess we should at some point transition to our tier list. But I kind of think it has the edge in that in the post game of Galaxy and Sunshine,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
because for those two games, I couldn't really see myself going for 100% over Odyssey. Because Odyssey, I wanted to. Like, I literally had no part of me that was scared or like overwhelmed. Because it was like I would get a little bit of like dopamine every couple seconds, or not couple seconds, but every couple minutes, compared to those other games that are like, gotta wait for the green star or like the comet to come in, or with Sunshine, it's like the blue coins and all. That's
Mhm.
just, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like the other ones are the same way in that their end game is repetitive as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because like all of their interesting stuff is before. It's just like you'd hit all the interesting stuff before that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Which those games, I mean, they probably do a little better. Like I replayed Galaxy 2 the most recently, and I didn't beat it. I did like a third of it. I think I got to like the second Bowser,
Hmm.
but I don't know. That game to me didn't hook me. Like it felt a little
Galaxy
bit
Two.
more. Yes, Galaxy
Oh
2. It
yeah.
felt a little bit more, and Galaxy 1 feels a little bit more this way, and that's why I think to me I like 64 and Odyssey a little bit more than like even Sunshine. I think is a little bit to this fault where like it's a little more predisposed of like you have to go this way and do this thing, kind of like 3D Land and 3D World. It's a little bit of that way where like there's so many more galaxies that they're not as open. But
Mhm. Yeah. Speaking of that, since we have been talking for a long time, do you want to go into that and expand upon this discussion in the tier list?
Yeah, so I found one that was every single Mario game. I found one too that had like all the games, like
Greg,
this, like.
Drew, Drew. They do not have Mario Golf Advance Tour on here, so
No,
I
so
cannot
one of
use this
them
list.
one of them had all of those, and then another one I found had the RPG games, which would have been really fun to talk about. But to me, I
That's a discussion
cannot.
for another day because I
I,
can go in on those.
yeah, me too. I love those games, and also I think we have the perfect Venn diagram because I've only played the Mario and Luigi after, like Bowser's Inside Story. I've played like literally three of them after that, and you haven't played. I haven't
I've
played
played
both
the
of them.
first three.
Yeah, and also with Paper Mario,
I've played the first three.
me too, and I've played the new one. I haven't played the other two, but
I once I saw Sticker Star, I was like, I can't do this, which is
yeah,
sad because I was hyped for it.
I don't even remember. The new one's good though. I definitely recommend it.
Then they have Paper
but
Mario and Luigi's Paper
Paper
Jam.
I don't even like that. To me, doesn't
I
even
literally
exist, to
have
be
not.
honest.
I need to like find like a review on it because I literally haven't even heard people talk about it that
Yeah,
much.
me neither. I'll pull
Like
up
it doesn't
mine
exist.
since I've been talking quite a bit about my order anyway. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this live. Pretend you didn't see. You didn't see that, right?
I just saw it, but
No,
I most
no,
I.
but you
I think it's
didn't
a good
though.
list.
You didn't see it though,
Sure, I didn't
right?
see it.
No,
What's that?
you didn't see that. Whoa! Do you remember this? This was in Taiwan. Oh my god.
Whoa! Like, why are they? Why is Mega Man and
Why do we not
Monferno?
use Facebook Messenger? Oh yeah.
Yo,
That's another Mario shirt. Oh, and Mario socks and
you
Mario
were saying
flip
you don't know
flops.
Mario thing.
Yo, Mario shirt, Mario hat, Mario socks, Mario flip flops, and that was an accident that I pulled that up. All right, cool. What's up, everybody? My name is Drew. I'm here with the tier list video. So, my least favorite Mario game.
Oh, real quick. Are we ranking these in relation to each other or in relation to video games of all time? Because if it's video games of all time, I'm probably going to put most of them in
Oh.
S through B. Or is it just
that's
like in relation to each other?
no, it's to each other for
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
Cause yeah, Lost Levels to me gets a D.
Ooh.
You know what? I haven't played that. Sorry, that's a cheat. All right, so obviously then Super Mario Brothers 2, haven't played it much, so that's kind of a cheap play there.
I'm not mad at anybody who puts it in D. It's just so weird. It's like, it's
Yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah. Next we go in with this one, which is another 2.
Hey.
And I was really excited for this. I played this on a plane to California and back and on that trip. And I did enjoy it, but like it was kind of like a comfort food, and I knew that it wasn't good for me, you know?
Mm.
Actually, that's not a great definition of comfort food, really. All right, I think next. What did I have next? I think those are the only D's for me, actually.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure we got 3D Land on a C note.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mario Run, actually, honestly,
Oh!
putting it above, only above 2 and 2. I had a lot of fun with this, to be honest. And
Oh my
I probably would have been better in college if this didn't exist. So I'm glad to put it a little bit higher. Super Mario Land, honestly, I love that game.
Mm-hmm.
Great game if nobody's played it. It's really short and different.
Yeah.
New Super Mario Brothers probably coming in.
Yeah.
You know what? I might,
Ooh.
just for the poker, the blackjack,
Honestly,
the trampoline shit, dude. I might. Also,
those card games were also in Mario 64 DS. I don't know if you remember that.
yes, which I played that again like really later on, so it wasn't as. I think Mario Wii, for the memories, because like that's
There's a
like
lot of memories tied to that.
the lava roller coaster.
Oh, frick, that was so hard.
And okay, this is gonna make me sad because I'm inauthentic. I did beat Mario Brothers 1, but I used save states.
I don't get too mad at anybody because those old games were so old. They literally did not
Yeah.
have save features. Like they're way harder if you don't use save states.
Yeah.
But
And
There.
Mario Brothers 3, I also
Ooh.
I'm sorry about
That's
that one.
rough.
I'm putting Wii. U is hard for me because I really like it like as a game, but then it's
Uh,
like the subjective aspect and emotion aspect isn't there. I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna do this. We're gonna move this down. We're gonna move this here,
okay.
and we're gonna move this here. No, yeah, let's do that. And then Mario Maker, I'm gonna put. I don't know. Put that there, I guess. Mario World, I'm gonna put. I think here, and 3D World. I think there.
Mm-hmm.
Galaxy 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think there, right there looks good to me.
Okay.
And here we go. I know these really well, so we're hitting my boy Sunshine. And these
Hey.
could change honestly, but
Ooh.
I do like Galaxy a lot. I was listening to the soundtrack, and that soundtrack is gorgeous. Galaxy is my first like me playing a Mario game when it
Hmm.
came out. I had the Wii like
I
year
agree that the
one,
soundtrack is very honestly the soundtrack's probably my favorite part of that game.
and then
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
it
High
has to
praise for
be.
Odyssey right
It
there.
has to be. And I know that's like a little bit unpopular, but I love that game. So,
Okay.
yeah,
You
I apologize to old heads. Like, I do like 2D Mario. I just don't. It's just so different to me that, yeah.
I really like 2D Mario, so we'll balance each other out.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I think we all know where this one goes.
I mean, honestly,
Easy money.
I feel that though too. There was two halves of my brain.
All right, need to think about this. This is some calculated decisions right here. Mm.
It's easier to start from the top, but it's less fun, you know?
And that's what I'm trying to do. Like I can tell you what my tops are immediately
Yeah,
right now. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that boy there, right? Oh wait, no wait, no wait. I lied.
that's
That
two. Whoa! I need to play two.
that.
Whoa! I need to play two. Oi!
There we go. Okay. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna put this boy here. We're gonna do this
Yo, you
boy.
haven't played my levels though, dude. My levels
I
would
should.
put it up a notch.
I should.
My 30
So here's the
levels.
thing: is these so theoretically with these, right? These should be above every
Yeah,
2D Mario game, right? Because they can
right,
have all of them encompassed
right.
within them, but they feel less like intentional or crafted than the others. But I will say the like story that they did for Mario Maker 2, I played through that with my old roommate. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I never played that, which
Um,
yeah.
what else are we gonna put up in here? I'll put this here, not because it was bad, but because it was redundant.
What's the yellow toad respawn noise? That's the
Oh
best
yeah.
sound effect in video games. Sounds like a
I'll
chicken.
put this boy down here.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh gosh, I'm gonna put that there
Mm.
and that there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I might flippity flop those around.
Bro, the blue Koopa shell, that does it all, right? That's the best power up.
Ah,
Something I wanted to mention too is how shitty the power ups are in 64 and Galaxy.
facts. Yeah.
Like compared to Odyssey, which has way like it has a lot more power ups if you count the.
Although the wing cap is so iconic and Metal
But it's like
Mario is
it's such
decent.
a like no, both of those are so annoying to me though. Like I don't
The
know.
wing cap is the wing cap's good.
I hate the wing cap. But...
This bad boy here. I thought this one had a lot of good
Really?
ideas,
Yeah.
but just in the
Wait, did
end,
you play that like last year or
3D Land? Bro, I had 3D Land the day it came out. I
on
went
your
to Target to go buy it.
sister's like 2DS or what did you do?
I had a 3DS, dude.
Wait, why didn't you have a 3DS? Wait, what?
Do you know why I didn't have a 3DS? Because I
I'm
played 3D Land and I'm like, there is no reason for me to have this system. Just
Okay,
kidding. That's an exaggeration. But
okay.
3D Land was one of the last games I played while I owned a 3DS.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
I mean, I yeah.
Uh. now we're getting to the ones I like. So I was gonna, well, let's put this boy here. This new Super. Oh, so I have to say, new Super Mario Bros. On the DS should probably be lower. But the thing, I'm gonna give it a B because I remember when it came out, I was so hyped for it. And I will also give New Super Mario Bros. Wii a little bit of a boost because I thought what it did with the Wii Remote was really cool, and I have such good
Yeah.
memories of playing it with people, you know, in the multiplayer. And
The penguin suit, way better
the
than the
peng.
wing cap. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I mean, the propeller hat. The propeller hat,
the
way
propeller
better
hat
than
was
the
a good
wing
power up.
suit.
We're gonna give. Ooh, I'm gonna put him here for now. A lot of people may hate me for that. I might bump him up.
See, I just like creative things, and that game is just.
It is very
Oh.
creative. Yoshi, man. Gonna put
Mm-hmm.
3 Year Old, I think, here. It was
Mm-hmm.
really good. I really liked it. Um,
Why is Lost Levels to me like I've never played that game, but why is it above those four?
so Mario Bros. I mean, it's hard to not give this one its praise because it
Yeah.
was the original. But if you compare like the level design and stuff, so it's just not quite up there in quality. I give Lost Levels. I could bump Lost Levels down one. I'll give it a slight edge because it's so hard. It's unique in that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's so like you know how like you play level 1-1 of Super Mario Bros. You walk up, there's that mystery block, there's a mushroom in
Yeah.
there, right? This what's it called? Lost Level starts at the same way. It's a poison mushroom, so if you
Right.
get it, you'd lose immediately.
I should try that game. I guess I've never even tried it, so
It's definitely on one of the Switch Online things. All right,
yeah.
now is where we get super spicy time. Okay, I haven't played New Super Mario Bros. 2, so we're gonna leave it off. Of the 2D ones, I'll put this up here. I think of the 2D Marios, it's the best 2D Mario, and
Yeah.
it's like so good.
Yeah.
The All Star Collection one on the SNES is the best version of this.
Mm.
It just looks so much better than the NES one.
I've only been able to get to the super huge world, and then I get bad.
We're gonna put this. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Wait, but like, how are you actually doing that? I mean, I know it's not the best, but like,
I really do not like Galaxy 2.
wow.
Yoshi is the best part of that game.
I mean, I definitely agree actually with. There's a lot of people who think it's the best like 3D
I
Mario
know.
game though. There's a
All
lot
right,
like that's most of the internet.
To be controversial, realistically, I should probably put it here. But to be controversial, I'm gonna put it down here.
You like wait, are you saying okay.
I
You should
mean,
put it above ironically. It's just, I mean,
if we could have, if there would be an F tier, Run would be on F tier, and this would be on D tier. All right.
wait, do your tiers go to the right?
No,
Oh, they're just tiers.
they're just on the tier.
Oh, okay. I ranked mine more or
Mm-hmm.
less from the
I
left
could,
to
I
the
could,
right.
I could do that theoretically if that
But
was the
yeah,
case.
but yeah, I didn't. Not a big
and
deal.
and also if that was the case, I would.
That's why I got a little feisty with you. Sorry.
Oh, okay, got. No, I'm just doing it based on the level that they're on.
Yeah, gotcha.
In which case, also for that one, that's gonna like shift these bad boys around, you know.
Okay, I was a little feisty. I apologize.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Not that I care that much. Like you're just a human, but you know, I like you and all.
Yeah, this is a little bit more accurate then.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I definitely when I did this before, I definitely had a different. Now, what was the other one that I had up here? What did I have?
Why do you, man? I wonder if Galaxy would move up if you replay it or not.
I am replaying it right now.
Hmm.
And as we start, like as I've started to like replay it, like a lot of the sense of wonder came back of like I remember being so hyped as a kid, like you can walk around the planet, but it just gets old so quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was another one I had on A tier. What was it? What was the other? I think I had one of these up on A before. What was it? It might have been Mario World.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean that might be closer to the community than what I had.
Let me give that. All right, this is mine. Thoughts, cries of
I
rage.
yeah, I definitely am not feeling it at all. But
Which is the hardest ones to accept? Oh wait. Because you do rank them that way. There we go.
oh well, no, I mean still like I mean definitely a little bit of Odyssey and Mario Galaxy 2. Even though I don't like Mario Galaxy 2, I still and Galaxy 1.
Realistically, Galaxy 2 could be up on the C tier, but
And even like 3D Land and definitely Mario World and 3. I definitely flip those two to me, but
mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think that's an entirely unpopular opinion either. I think more people like
yeah.
Mario Bros. 3, but a lot of people really like Super Mario World.
But yeah, I mean, if anybody's still listening and still hasn't played some of these, it's inspired me to even try like 3 and Lost Levels and to go back obviously and do Sunshine and Galaxy, but
Oh yeah.
they're great.
Yeah. Oh man. So I think based on how you ranked everything, other than like 64, Odyssey really does trump all of them, right?
To me, I think it does, and again, it doesn't matter that much. Like I love all of these Mario
Hmm.
games except a few of them. But
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Paper Mario and Mario RPGs, I think it matters more because I think those have had a bigger shift and bigger changes. But
Yeah. For me, in only thinking of the 3D ones, Odyssey falls right in the middle for me. That's because
mhm.
I think it, in terms of playing, it plays the best of all of them. But I
Yeah,
think the one area that it was a little bit weaker in is some of the design for some of those platformings and some of those stars. I think if that was fine tuned a little bit more, honestly, it might beat 64 for me. Like it has the potential to do that.
yeah. I watched this amazing video. It's a good 2 hours long by Joseph Anderson called Super
Almost three
Mario
hours.
Odyssey. It's no masterpiece. And that video goes into he literally has like a spreadsheet for every single moon and like he calculates the time you're wasting on like the moon jingle and he does all this like math but he really just talks about it like it's the most like video essays and video game critique channels. He's good at those kind of things. So I his thesis is basically what you just said too. So
Yeah.
that's I think definitely most people, but again it's like who cares, it's what I like.
Hmm.
I went and got this gold Mario amiibo at like
Hmm.
6 a.m. in the snow, and I went to like 3 Walmarts before I could find one, and I
Oh
barely got it before, like I like almost pried it out of somebody's hands. I didn't really, but my mom stepped in and we got it. So
That'll be you at GameStop for those Monster Hunter amiibos, because the Monster Hunter amiibos are GameStop exclusive.
really,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there then.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had the sleeping, not the sleeping pillow, but the dog pillow in Japan for the collector's edition.
Yeah.
Ah,
If only.
but yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I really just wanted to have this just to supplement the Mario 64 video we did, and to just
Absolutely.
I love Mario and want to talk to you anyway.
Of course, yeah. We covered the oldest and the newest.
Cool. Take it easy.
Adios.